Hi everybody, welcome back to more fun with Noah. He's Noah,
He's my dad.
and today we're asking the question, will it float? What does that mean? What are we doing today?
So we're gonna get objects and see if they float or sink.
See if they float or sink. That's what we're going to do today. So we'd love if you could support the channel. Why don't you hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, leave a comment or a question down below, and we will respond to that. But for now, I think we should get into it and find out, will it float? Okay, will it float time, Noah? It's time to find out, will it float? We've got a whole stack of objects here. What one are we going to do first?
The orange.
All right, it's an orange. Do you think it's going to float?
I think it's gonna sink.
I think it's going to sink as well. What about you guys? Do you think it's going to float or sink? We don't know. Let's find out. Let's see. Here we go. Orange. It's floating. Wow. Did you expect that? I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to sink straight to the bottom. Look at that. It's floating. Put it over this side so everyone can see it. Do it again. Go. It sinks a little bit.
It's like it's jumping to the bottom of the ocean and coming back up.
Yeah. Amazing.
My hand looks grey underwater.
Yeah, don't worry about your hand. There you go. Object number one. Let's get that out. Put the orange over here. Wow, we were wrong on the very first one. We thought that was going to be an easy one to pick, didn't we?
Yep.
All right, let's get the second one. What are we going to do?
The next one is the cloth.
All right, it's a cloth or a face washer. What do you think? Float or sink?
Float.
Float. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to say sink. Sink slowly. What do you guys think? Float or sink? Let's find out. Let's give it a test. Here we go. In it goes. It's filling up with water. It's getting heavier. Daddy was right. It was a sink. Sink slowly. So it was kind of halfway in between that one, wasn't it?
Because it was coming back up a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Like it was slowly going down and then coming up a little bit and then going down
It
again.
was almost like a half sink, half float. It couldn't make up its mind. All right.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was called a sink slow. There you go. Did you guys get that one right at home? Watching along? Maybe some of you already know the answers. All right. What are we going to do for our third object? Tell the people.
The thong. My thong.
Now, for those of you watching in Australia, we call that a thong. For those of you watching in New Zealand, you guys call it a jandal.
And in America, it's flip-flops.
In America, it's a flip-flop. So we're going to try the thong, mate, or the jandal, or the flip-flop.
Which we say thong.
Let's test out the flip-flop. Oh, hang on. Is it going to sink or float?
I think it's gonna float.
Noah thinks it's going to float. I think it's going to float as well. What do you think? Is it going to float? Is it going to sink? Here we go. Will it float? The answer is, that was an easy one, wasn't it? Whoop, whoop. That's a floater. That floated very easily, didn't it?
It also washed my thong.
It also washed his dirty, filthy thong in the kitchen sink.
And it's only 2 weeks old.
Yeah, that's a bit gross. All right, let's get the thong out of here.
Bye,
That
bye,
was a
thong.
floater, and we got that one right. Okay, how are you going? Are you guys getting them right? Are you getting them wrong?
Track how many you're getting wrong or right.
Yeah, they could keep score, couldn't they?
Mhm.
All right, what's going to be the next object?
The next object is gonna be Dad's Apple Watch.
The next test is my Apple Watch. Float, sink,
I think sink.
sink? Yeah, I think sink too, because it's quite heavy. What do you guys think? Float, sink? Let's find out. Will it float? Here we go. Oh, that was a very, very graceful release there by Noah, and it did sink straight to the
So
bottom.
we were right.
We were right. Look at it down there. I hope it can hold its breath for a long time.
Ooh, we better pull it back up before it runs out of air.
Yeah, there it is. That was a sinker.
And Dad's lucky that his watch is waterproof.
Waterproof, so it's fine. Put it to the side. There we go. That was a pretty easy one, wasn't it? I think most people would have got that one right. Do you think?
Probably.
Probably.
Because like if you
Can't see you.
if you think about it, it would if you were holding it, you would feel like it's heavier than water.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah. You've got a bit of an advantage because you can feel it. Everyone watching
Yes.
along, they can't feel it. All right, let's get to the next one. What's it going to be?
It's gonna be the paper clip.
A paper clip. All right.
So you can see
Yeah,
it.
put it up nice and close. Just a regular paper clip. What's it made out of?
It's made out of plastic.
Bit of plastic, bit of metal.
It's gonna float.
Oh, Noah is saying float. All right, I'm going to say sink. Noah says float. I say sink. What do you guys say? Oh, you want to change your mind, don't you? You can't change your mind now.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Will it float? Drop it in. Oh.
I wanted to change my mind, but I was like, plastics gonna sink, but there can be a few plastics, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's the wrong plastic.
Yep, it's a sinker. It's not a floater. All right, put that one to the side. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. All right.
Watch.
How did you go? Don't worry about your watch, mate. Let's get the next object.
And it's not waterproof.
Next object. What's it going to be?
It's gonna it's 1, 2, 5.
Yep.
My goggles.
The swimming goggles. I think this one's easy. I'm going to say it's a floater. Will it float? I am certain it'll float. What do you think?
If I put it this way, it'll probably float. Yeah, float.
We both say float. We could be wrong. Let's find out. Will it float? Drop it in. Oh, no, we were certainly both wrong. It was a slow sinker. How about that? Do it again. Try it one more time. Drop it in. Yeah, it's a slow sinker. What was the other one we had was a slow sinker? The face washer. The cloth. That was a slow sinker too.
Yeah, it's because it's heavier than water, but if you put it that way, you would think
It fills up a bit, yeah.
But once it sinks, because it's so heavy, the water gets into it and then makes it heavier.
True. Well, how are you guys going? Are you 6 out of 6? Have you got 3 out of 6? I think we've only got about 3 or 4 out of 6. We certainly haven't got them all right. Let's go to the next one.
Definitely not, because we just failed that one.
We did. We failed that one. Yeah, this one's going to be an easy one. What's it going to do?
It's going to float.
It's going to float. You guys know that's going to float. Drop it in, buddy boy. That is the best floater out of the lot. Let's get that one out of here. We knew that was going to float.
But if it had water in it, it would probably sink.
Well, true. If we kept filling it up with water, let's do that. We hadn't planned on that, but let's try it. Here we go. Let's fill it up with water and see what happens.
It will sink.
Will it float when it's full, or will it sink when it's full? We will find out. There you go, sir. All right, drop it in. And, well, it's kind of got its bottom up in the air, really, hasn't it?
It's like a halfy half.
It's got its head down under the water and its bottom is up in the air.
It kind of bounces.
Yeah, it's kind of like a halfy-halfy. Okay, all right, let's get that one out. We've got 3 to go.
I'm going to fill it up.
Let's get it out. We've got 3 to go. All right, here we go.
I wanted to put the water.
What's the next 3 we've got? Did you guys get that one right? The full water bottle, the empty water bottle was easy. Tennis ball, what do we say?
I think float.
You think float? I think float. Let's give it a go.
Right.
That's a nice floater. Do that again. I liked that noise. Bloop. Bloop.
And
Oh, that was a good one.
And it looks cool to watch.
Yeah, we
It's
might
not-
even do that again because we might do a little slow motion there and watch that water jump. Go, you watch how the water jumps. Drop it in. Whoa.
It's like when we did our last episode, How Slow Can You Go, with the human water fountain.
True. All right, we've got 2 to go. How are you guys going? How's your score? Are you getting them right? Are you getting them wrong? 2 to go. Which one?
The cone.
The hair comb. I don't need to use that very often, but Noah does with his magnificent hair. All right, is it going to float? Is it going to sink?
It's going to float.
I think it's going to float too. Let's find out. Will it float? Oh.
It went down, like halfway down, then it came back up.
Interesting. Do it again.
But because it was up high, it did that. Oh, never mind.
That's interesting, isn't it? What if we drop it in on its end? Let it go in point foot halfway down and then back up. There you go. Very good. That one was different. None of them went halfway down and came back up.
Nope.
All right, 1 to go. This one should be an easy one. What is it?
This is my coin and it will sink. I didn't do that.
I think he dropped it in the... I think he dropped the coin and we found out ahead of time. I didn't even get to have a guess.
I didn't mean to.
All right, let's pretend he didn't drop it. Do you think it will float or sink?
Sink.
I think it will sink in the sink. Go, drop it in. Can you make that noise? Do it one more time. Can you find it? One more time. Oh, no noise that time. The coin is a sinker. There you go. What do you think, Noah? How many people watching do you think got 10 out of 10?
Maybe about lots of people in the world, so 20.
Maybe 20? Yeah. It was pretty hard to guess all of them, wasn't it?
It was about 10 things.
10 things. Will it float? There you go. Maybe you could do this one at home yourself. Get some objects around the house, fill up the sink, and see if it'll float. Good idea? All right. Well, that is about all we've got time for on today's episode. And we are going to start planning and getting ready for our next episode, which might include our dog, Bonnie. Maybe. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for Will It Float, isn't it? That's all we got time for. See you next time for more fun with Noah.
See you later. Bye.